Let's do something I never do, and that is reflect on the year in a special planner kind of way. I do sometimes still to fall into the trap of using the same planner in the same kind of way without ever reflecting if that's actually working for me. So in today's video, I'm going to share some of the planner discoveries of 2023 and some of the things that I may need to change. First, let's talk about discoveries and favorites of 2023. Start on a good note. First and probably biggest discovery of 2023 is printable stickers. I always thought that buying the ink would be so expensive, and most importantly, as the analog person, I had the silliest idea that it would be so hard to print stuff out. I only bought a printer when I needed to print out these sheets and never looked back. I've noticed that it's actually not that expensive at all. I have an HP printer that was about £30 and pay about £4 more a month for an ink subscription, and that allows me to print all I need. I have about 150 rollover pages too. When I first started printing out stickers, I would cut them with scissors and then bought cheap sticker paper and a gyro cut, which was life-changing, and finally upgraded to a Silhouette Portrait, which is one of the cheapest cutting machines, and I absolutely love it. The best thing about it is that you get to print as many stickers as you want. And you get to change the size as well. I sometimes print 1 sheet per page or even 4. It definitely eliminates that hoarding feeling as well, when I feel like I have to use one sticker a certain way or it just won't do justice. Most importantly, it also reinforces that instant gratification feeling because you get the stickers right away and you can get to decorating ASAP. Another thing I've implemented is the Traveler's Notebook for memory keeping. I used to make generalized pages for every month in my memory planner, but I'd feel a bit all over the place as there would be all these different subjects in one place. I've seen a video from my little journal on YouTube which totally inspired me, and I ordered some Traveler's Notebooks and cut them up happy planner style and disbound them, and this way I could decorate the small bits that would only have a couple of photos of that. Things like small date nights or cookies I baked, or actually really anything. I do want to get more into documenting. That's what actually has my heart. I have a big memory planner too to document the occasions that fill out the whole page. For the next year, building on this, I'll see what I can do to not overwhelm myself, but I will definitely get another Traveler's Notebook and another memory planner, and I know just the planner that I'm gonna get. It's the memory planner from the Adventures Be Happy box, which just has my heart. It's the best Be Happy box ever. The top product of 2023 is definitely the Zig markers. You would have seen me use it in every video. They make a perfect little dot, and I know it makes no sense, but using them has actually made me that much more productive. I feel like just by buying a set, I was that much more inspired to use my planner in a way. You could use them marking dates on the monthly pages, color coding tasks, deadlines, marking moods, marking when you start or finish something, or my personal favorite, marking the habit trackers. I'm actually looking forward to the end of the day when I can have my markers out and mark off all the little bits. It's kind of all this became an obsession really. With these two, I recommend noting down the numbers for the colors. Such an easy thing to do, but saved me so much of my slight OCD annoyance when it's the wrong kind of pink. If you know, you know. Now let's move on to some ponderings and lessons from 2023 planner-wise. The first one is definitely my daily journal failure. I got this undated planner from the planner conference I couldn't go to, and I had a lot of time on my hands and had a lot of random stickers too. Same source. And I thought I might as well just start daily journaling. I've allocated a page a day. Now the most fun part about it was that I could use different stickers every day, which allowed me to use some of my stash, and especially these random ones were too afraid to throw away. Sadly, it took me falling a bit ill and nothing happening in my life to all of a sudden be slightly overwhelmed with it. And we all know that once you miss a few pages, there's no coming back from it. So for the second half of the year, I had a big happy planner journal and I'm enjoying it every day. Not every day, but every day. Even if I missed a few days, I can easily go back to it now or even journal more about one event that week. I like this format a lot, and it still captures the day-to-day bits that would otherwise be lost, like something happening at work, but also doesn't overwhelm me as much. Another big trap I fall into time and time again is buying all these new notebooks and assigning a purpose to them, thinking I'll totally use them all. Their usage just made sense. I took a little bit of time from planning at the beginning of the year, but come July, when the new release was out, I was fully back and fully immersed. I've gotten a skinny planner for my gratitude and the dashboard for the to-do list and all sorts of random notebooks that are still laying on my shelf awaiting their turn. It's just a lot to keep up with every day, and I did end up not using some of the spreads I made, same as with my main planner of course. So for the upcoming year, I try to actually simplify these and try to incorporate some of these notebooks into my main planners. I've now decided to use my monthly pages in the journal Happy Planner for Gratitude, as they've been kind of left unfilled so far. I've taken one page off the dashboard layout for my monthly to-do list, which is more than enough. To be fair, dashboard has really been great for making sense of all the tasks and assigning a few to each day, but going with that every week became a bit repetitive. So I've just used one page per month so far, and that's more than enough. I've always been a notebook kind of person, so I'm the first to admit that I have been denying the use of technology to my detriment. So another lesson I've learned is to not be afraid to use my phone to note things down. I'm almost embarrassed, actually embarrassed, to admit this, but I almost feel like I'm betraying my planners if I'm using Apple Notes to note ideas or to-do lists down. And that is just silly because the ideas would be lost so many times like that. I am now proudly using Apple Notes to jot down random ideas, and it's even better because I can organize them better in my planner and, let's face it, make it much prettier. Lastly, I've decided to give Happy Planner one more chance because I've been using it since 2016 loyally, and most importantly, I bought quite a few. But the main issue is that I'm not really using it as a planner really. It's become kind of like a planner, kind of like a memory keeping kind of thing, as more often than not I would black plan most of it. It's such a silly problem, but I don't have many things to do as I'm not a student anymore, which I was the first time I picked one up. And I also had to fill every white space, which made me struggle sometimes and fill it in with silly pointless things. I also used to have a daily planner before, and I'd note gratitude and affirmations and more girl-like stuff. I kind of miss that. I'm thinking for this year, I'll try and reinvent my Happy Planner and even use and leave some white space. Scandalous. I've incorporated the goal pages in here too, which is enough for now not to overwhelm me. I can't say I'm not tempted to kind of go bullet journal sort of way to make it even more customizable, but I do like that the system loads and the possibilities of inserts you can add for the first time ever. I'll try and customize it more. That's basically where I'm heading, and try and avoid filling in every little bit, as looking at it just seems a bit too much sometimes. Thank you so much for sticking with me, pun intended, through this kind of more ramble kind of video. Please let me know down below if you thought it was useful or more like unnecessary. If you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check this one out that's all about my Happy Planner setup. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next craft session.